Got a new log set up on the mill. This one's kind of a monster, big yellow cedar. It's 31 inches here on this end and 28 inches down there on the top end. That kind of maxes my mill out. It only goes 24 inches high, 24 1/4 is what I got it at now. Well, that's going to be a pretty good slab come off of there. I'll probably be able to mill it up for some other things. So I guess I'll make my first cut on that. Now that's kind of a nasty log there to break down. It's got a lot of breaks in the cadmium layer, the outer layer and stuff in it. It had a lot of gravel and dirt and stuff embedded in it. I pressure washed it and got as clean as I can, but it's going to take a toll on that blade. Well, I screwed that up. I had the blade as high as it could go when I made the cut. I never really thought about it enough. I thought I got just a little bit more on it when I started backing it up, but the blade, of course, backed into the log and pulled itself off. I thought maybe it'd ride up on it and back up off of there, but it didn't. I pulled the blade off. It didn't ruin the blade, but it probably nicked the teeth on it to where I don't want to use it again. So anyway, that screwed that. That was a dumb mistake. Now I got to turn that log, and that thing is just too big for me to turn by hand, so I'm going to have to go rig something up. Anyway, I got to do some work in here, some figuring on what I'm going to do now. So we got that log set up again, ready to cut, make another cut. Those big logs are a real pain in the butt to get turned over. because a lot of times those cut faces are higher than what the stops on the other side are, the guide stops on the other side are. And it's really hard to get them square and tell when it's square. Well, I took the strap and wrapped it around the middle of the log and then hooked it onto the bobcat, onto the grapple there, and lifted it up and rolled it. That rolled that log into place, and then it took a little bit of fiddling. My wife came out and helped run the bobcat and helped, but it took a little bit of fiddling to get it squared up, but I think we got it pretty good. Well, that log's not as deep that way as it was the other way. I made a mistake on that first cut, as I had that carriage up just as high as it would go, that mill head up just as high as it would go. So when I got down to this end, and once I got the slab off, I couldn't raise it up anymore. And I tried to bring it back. I thought maybe it would slide on top of that, but that was a dumb thing to do. I should have just come down and taken that blade off. Anyway, this one's all set up. We got a shim underneath this end to kind of balance out the taper in the log. It's all tightened down. I got a new blade on there. That's my last sharp blade, so I probably won't be able to finish this log out, but I'll be able to get it set up, and then I'll have to sharpen some blades. A little different outcome this time. I took that down to 23.5 inches for the first cut, and then I made a 1-inch cut for 1-inch flitch underneath that. So that's a pretty nice board there, the flitch. It's 21 inches on the other end, but it'll be 20 inches wide. It's got a good edge on the far end. It's got wane on this end. That's as far as I'm going to cut that one down on this side. I'll go ahead and roll that and finish squaring that up. I'm going to have a little bite to eat, and then we'll come back and worry over this. Well, it's been threatening to rain all day. Forecast is a chance of rain, and as hot as it is, as warm as it is for here, and they see the cumulus clouds building up, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a thunderstorm, but it's clouding up more and more all the time, so it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Well, anyway, it'd be a good day to sharpen blades tomorrow if it does, which I got to do anyway, so it doesn't matter whether it's a good day for it or not. We got that set up for the third face cut. That log, even though it's only 10 foot long, it's just too big for me to turn over by hand. I put the PV in it to start and wiggled it, and my back said, no, don't do that. It used to be the PVs that say, no, don't do that. I broke the handle out of more than one of them. My dad used to get mad at me for doing that. He'd just laugh and walk away and bring me a new one. In fact, that yellow PV, the one with the yellow head on it, that's the third handle I've had in it, and I've had that thing for 45 years or more. Anyway, I'll make another slice on here, get another face cut made on that, and see where we go from there. Well, my first cut on that, on the face cut of that, to take the slab off, was 21.5. Then I made another cut at 1 inch board on there, flitch on there at 20.5. So that gives me 5 4-inch boards if I go that way. So I was just looking at it, calculating what I was going to do next, how to get the most out of that. So I've got to go 18 inches. 18 would give me 3 6's, so I'd have to go 18 and 3/8. And then I could get 3 6's out of that. If I leave this way, 21.5, that gives me 5 4-inch cuts on that. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and roll that over again onto that next face and cut that slab off and cut down to 18 and 3/8 inches, and then I can cut 6-inch cants off of that. Actually, what I'm going to do before I do that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a 4-inch cant off of this side, and that's going to make it a lot easier to handle.
How tall is that log? With the 3 sides, how deep is that?
Well, it's 20 inches or 20.5 inches from top to bottom.
Okay. That's what I was asking. I guess they didn't say it right, but that's what I was asking.
Well, it's forecast. It finally started raining yesterday afternoon in the evening, so we kind of quit. And then it's been pouring down rain all night, and this morning it kind of quit the pouring down rain, and it's just been showery. Every time we get ready to do something, we start getting a rain shower, so not much has gone on yet so far today. Got a little break between the rain showers right now, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can finish this log up. So I cut the 2 4-inch cants off of there yesterday, and we rolled that cant up. Now that one is 12.25 inches wide, but I should be able to get 3 6-inch cants out of that, and then I can roll them over flat and get 3 4-inch finished 4x6s out of each one of those. On our way, I'm going to have to put the camera away because it's starting to sprinkle a little bit again. Well, that little rain shower went past us, and all I got was a couple little drops, so I think we're clear for a little while until the next one comes by. Well, I got the face cut on that cant done, and I did better than I expected to. I made my first face cut at 21 1/4 inches, and then I was able to get 2 boards off of that to get it down to 18 1/4. Now the 1/4 inch on it is to allow for the kerf for the 2 more cuts. I got 2 more cuts. I'll make the next one at 12 1/8, and then the last one right at 6. Well, in keeping with the theme of utilizing all of that stuff that I can, I went ahead and made a real nice 2x4. Now it's got some wane on it, but it's as good or better than half the stuff you buy in the stores. Oh, and it's yellow cedar, so it's fine. And then there's a knob on the other end. That's a burl, so I think we'll try to slice that up. It's going to be real small. I don't know whether it's useful for anything, but I'm going to slice that up and see. It's really pretty. And then there's another one, another knob like that on one of those slabs down there. Might see if I can cut that off and use it. But anyway, I'm going to go stack and sticker these up, and I think I'll stack these 1x flitches that I got up too in the same pile and get them covered up so they don't get rained on anymore. Well, that's about it for the day. I'm going to be cleaning up the shop, the hangar, and start sharpening the blades, but that's all the cutting we're going to do.